Is he distracting you? If he's distracting you, my eyes are here, okay? I'm coming to you eyelinerless, coming to you in a robe, coming to you with congestion. We're going old school, you know what I'm saying? Handheld. I'm getting over a cold. I don't want to mess with the riff-raff. Anyway, let's have a chit-chat. Hey, YouTube world, it's me, Evelyn. To understand what I'll be talking about, and I'm looking at my notes, to understand what I'll be talking about a little bit better, go ahead and watch 2 videos that I made a while ago. Watch the first video, which is called I Quit My Job to Be a Fun Employed Creative. And then the second video is how I saved $20,000 to quit my full-time job and be fun employed. All right, and if you hear that, it's not a TikTok sensation. It's my office chair. Those 2 videos will help this video make a lot more sense. So essentially, I worked a corporate job, quit it, took a year off, air quotes, and in 2019, I started working again, this time for myself as a freelancer. And in this video, I want to run through the mistakes I made during that year-long sabbatical, time off, gap year, fun employment, and the things that I learned during that time off, so that you are better equipped with the full, knowledge of my experience, so that you can make better decisions or decisions that are right for you in your life should you choose to take some serious time off. I grossly underestimated the power of shame. And I'm gonna call it capitalism-induced shame. It's a powerful thing. Think about it this way. I quit my job on purpose. I wasn't fired. I didn't lose my job. The circumstances were not unfortunate in the slightest. And I still felt ashamed. I felt like people would think I was lazy. I mean, I already had some insecurities around people not thinking my job is real to begin with. And even though I worked a corporate job, it was still on the internet. So not feeling like I'm contributing to society, feeling selfish because I should be getting this money, this bread, this cheese, this cake, whatever food group we use. That in the event, if something happened to my family, I don't have extra money to help. I have time. I now can give you my time. That shame of not being a productive member of society in a way that someone else would value got to me so much that I ended up working. I paid taxes. I worked during that time off. And I referenced that in my older video. Because I noticed a lot of you from the comments thought that fun employed was synonymous with being a hashtag influencer, an entrepreneur, being self-employed, which ended up happening because I don't know how to not work, but that was never the intention. And I realized how ingrained it is in us. Having a job, making money is valuable. Like that's what makes you valuable. We learn it from a young age. You don't pay bills in this house, so you can't decide da-da-da-da-da. When you pay bills is when you can tell me what to do, da-da-da-da. And sure enough, we can't wait to get that first job, so can't nobody tell us what to do. So when you don't have that employment, even when you're the one who, even when it's not a tragedy, you still feel kind of embarrassed and ashamed to not be part of the world. What? I spent a lot of time worrying. And time spent worrying is not resting. If you're doing nothing but thinking about how you're doing nothing, then you're doing something. So, my arm's tired. There's this Alice Walker, and listen, this is a meme. I gotta fact check it because y'all be quoting everybody incorrectly. And it's some quote that's like, you don't have to be doing, you can just be. And it was during that time off where I was like, I don't know how to just be. Get this. I had saved enough money to take time off, yet I was worried about not making money during my time off. Absurd. What is that? What is that? Number two, way too long. A year was way too long a span of time, especially because I was here. I was in the city that I live in, watching the world go by. If I had taken a year break and gone somewhere, if I had went back to the motherland and helped auntie till the land, I can help her till the land. I can grow cabbage. I don't know, if I left for a year and then came back, that would be different. But spending a year here at the house, you know what I'm saying? Too long. I would recommend, if I were to do it all over again, 3 months. 3 to 6, 6 maybe, but 3 months would be an amazing time off. I did take a screenwriting class both online and in real life. Like, I went to a physical location with classmates, an instructor, yada yada, did the whole nine. I did that, and I do recommend that if you take time off, especially if you live alone, that you have a class or something to where someone's keeping track of your whereabouts in a good way, so that you don't just fall off the earth and didn't nobody know where you was at. Some sort of structure to see other human beings. You got to see other human beings. And I really thought I was doing something. I was like, I might as well take a year off. I was rolling in the deep most of the time, as per my first point, worrying, wondering, what am I doing with my time? Am I wasting time? The irony that I had saved money to give myself time, and I spent it worrying about not having enough or wasting it. What is that? The next lesson I learned, I was way too ambitious with what I wanted to do with this time. I had so many things I wanted to do and things I wanted to accomplish, and that was my mistake. Taking time off doesn't necessarily mean it's time to accomplish more things. So I did lots of things halfway. I kind of ping-ponged around life for a year. When I tell you I don't know what I did in 2018, like, I did my year review. Like, I can watch that video and see like what I did and where I went, but it didn't feel like how I thought it would feel. I'm going to read, it's in my notes app on my phone and on my computer. There's a note in here, and it's dated May 7th, 2017, months before I quit my job. It's titled, If I Took a Sabbatical. I'm gonna read all the things that I said I wanted to do. Visit Kenya to do a workshop, collaborate with YouTubers there, South by Southwest speaking gigs, interviews, and a show series. This sounds like work, but then I also have learn how to grow food. Have a pop-up East African food truck. Become a better people's events. I don't want to be a cinematographer. I don't know why I wrote that. Learn about space. Go to museums. Visit family. And illustrate. Make a family children's books. What are you talking about? This is a lot, y'all. That's what I wanted to do with my sabbatical, with my time off. It's too much. Another big problem or mistake that I made, I used terms interchangeably and incorrectly. Okay? So the definition of a sabbatical, taking time off from your full-time job to work on something else. I wanted to take time off to also rest, which is not the same. Funemployment, as a play on the words fun and unemployment. A lot of y'all thought funemployment meant being self-employed. There's nothing particularly fun about it. It has its moments, but what it meant was being unemployed on purpose. Fun. Or gap year. I would use the word gap year. I was using those phrases and concepts kind of interchangeably, and they're not the same. And I think when you take time off to help you fight against that very strong capitalism-induced shame, you need to be very clear about what this time represents and what it is and what it isn't. This is my next one, and this is calling me out, okay? And I want you to remember this whenever you're on social media. Performing rest and resting are not the same thing. Y'all ever watch those morning routine videos where they're in bed? And it's like, but the camera's rolling, so they're not asleep. That's what I mean by performing rest. Whether it's an Instagram photo, a YouTube video, or anything, performing rest, I'm gonna say it again. Performing rest is not the same as resting. You wanna know what you'll hear from me when I'm resting? Crickets. You won't see me. You won't hear from me. All the things I did in my Fun Employed video, I actually did in real life. But creating a video is technically working. Showing you that I'm taking this time off to like cook more is still showing you it. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? And this leads me to another point. Work is work, even when it's cool. Now, to be clear, not all work is equal. I don't believe all work is equal. There is work that is looked down upon in our society. There is work that is praised in our society. There is work that is manual, backbreaking, physically taxing. There is work that is not physically taxing. You know what I'm saying? You're not mining coal. On Facebook, when you mark something as spam or when you mark something as inappropriate, a human being watches that crap. Has to watch like a dog get shot. You know what I'm saying? So that's mentally taxing work. Work that has implications that we won't know until the future. Hello, internet. So all work isn't equal, but all work is work. Even when it's cool. It is not resting. That's the thing that I learned. I don't regret the year I spent off because I learned a lot about myself and, lessons that I shared with you. But I wanted to make this video to share some of my thoughts and to say that taking time off wasn't as picture perfect as I made it seem in previous videos. Ain't that about a blip? That you can earn in earnest. You know what I'm saying? Legitly. You know what did the baby say? I made me a milli. I did it legitly. I saved my money legitly. And I still felt bad. That's a ripoff. That's a ripoff. So yeah, I took screenwriting classes. Go me. But I also spent time thinking about what it looks like to go all in on a dream versus growing a YouTube channel. Go all in on a YouTube channel versus doing something else. The amount of times I have wanted to apply to a job. Just like be a cute girl who works in like a ceramics shop and sell $75 salad bowls. I can do that. I can do it. That gives me structure. All right. Clock in, clock out. I ain't got to bring work home. Nobody's going to be asking me, did you vlog this? Did you go there? How come you didn't do a meetup here? They just want to know, how much does this bowl cost, ma'am? And I'll tell you, that's $75. And I also have a larger one for $105. You would probably like that one better, ma'am. So all that being has said, this is what I recommend you do. If you want to take a break or some time off, write down the reason you want to take a break, okay? Because I'm exhausted versus I don't have time to write my book idea are two very different breaks. If you're just tired, if you need to hit a nap, a 3-month-long nap on some, was it Rumpelstiltskin? Rip Van Winkle. Come through, Wishbone. Taking a break because you're tired is very different than taking a break so you have a buffer time before you turn your side hustle into your full-time job. I want you to prepare for every conceivable, because there are just things that you just don't know are going to happen. I want you to prepare for every obstacle. And when I say obstacle, I mean like social interactions. I want you to be like, okay, so if I take this time off, my mama gonna say X, Y, Z. And when she say X, Y, Z, I'm gonna say A, B, C, D, E. If you got a friend who sees that you're not doing nothing and takes that time to kind of guilt you into doing certain things, prepare. Finally, I really recommend that you journal your whole experience. You journal now from the time you're deciding to maybe take some time off. You journal your process, your thoughts. I journaled a lot about feeling inadequate, feeling And social media has a lot to do with this, that you're only as good as the last thing you published. If I can't publish what I want in my mind's eye, then I'm not going to do nothing. That's perfectionism, sis, okay? It's not realistic. Divesting from day-to-day work kind of flings you into another realm. You will reevaluate your entire reason for being. It's weird. So now that I've grappled with my place in capitalism, a word from our sponsor. Shout out to Audible for sponsoring today's video. Audible has the largest selection of audiobooks. They also have fitness programs, guided meditations, podcasts, news, and they also have Audible Originals, which are exclusive titles created by storytellers in a variety of genres, including theater, journalism, and literature. Get your first audiobook plus 2 Audible Originals for free with a 30-day trial membership. Visit audible.com/Evelyn or text Evelyn to 500-500. I plan on getting into my year of rest and relaxation. I got this recommendation from my girl Ariel here on YouTube. Check out her channel if you're into booktube and book reviews and the sort. The title might sound cute, but essentially the main character goes into like a drug-induced hibernation because she's done with the world. You can choose my suggestion, or you can choose whichever audiobook and Audible Originals you want. They're yours to keep even when your trial membership is over. So to get started on your free 30-day trial membership, visit audible.com/Evelyn or text Evelyn to 500-500. In the comments below, let me know if anything I said made sense, if it resonated with you. If you have any more questions for me, let me know. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the internet somewhere. Bye.